Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Coffee and Tea. I am so happy to see you guys here yet again on a lovely Friday evening. It's a lot going on in the city of Baltimore this weekend. But I'm glad that you decided to spend just a little bit of time with me on the podcast. And we've got something great in store today. Everybody is either watching me on their cell phone or on a laptop or a tablet. And some of you are special enough that you got a whole big, TV screen that you have decided to connect with us through. What you know what I'm trying to say. And we are just so connected to technology these days that there are times when we really just need to do a digital detox. So we're going to have that conversation today. So let me know where you're watching from. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel either on Facebook or on YouTube, and go ahead and share the podcast so that other people can get some of this good information and conversation that I'm getting ready to have with my probably absolute favorite guest that has been on my show, next to my pastors, of course. But he always answers the call whenever I ask for guests. And you guys love him too, because every time he's on a show, you guys talk to me about him after the fact. He is one half of the dynamic duo that is the Two Fat Guys podcast. He is also One Mind Entertainment. He has been putting out some wonderful EPs. One of my favorite people who I won't say that because he could be watching. He's just one of my favorites. He's been putting out album after album. He's got the collabs and just a bunch of stuff that he's doing and just doing a wonderful job with it. So let me go ahead and bring him in. He is my friend, my brother, Mr. Kevin Gross. Where are you, dude? Why can't I find you? Cause I put you on the wrong dang layer. That's why. Uh, there you go. What are you looking at? You know what? Who are you looking at, sir? Like right now.
That's what happens when you watch wrestling for so many years and you watch actors and people do stuff when they come out and they do the fake point, like
Hilarious.
they're sitting there like,
You know what?
like you ain't pointing at nobody out there. You don't even know who they are, bro. Stop playing.
Look,
So yeah,
let's give you the real introduction. There you go.
I appreciate that introduction, especially saying that I'm probably one of your favorite guests. Because other than your pastors, because I know there's gonna be some people that's gonna be, oh, for real, he your favorite.
I know, right? They're gonna be mad, but that's okay. I will take the heat for that one, and that's perfectly fine because you are one of my favorites.
I appreciate that. You definitely know you are one of our favorites over at Two Fat Guys. So, and and same goes for you. We put the signal out. You be like, ching ching, got you. So appreciate it.
No problem.
How are you doing?
Got your Ace Boon Coon, your Apple Scrapple here in the
I'm always having a special moment. I am a special moment. Like she said, he is very special. And I am. I'm very special. I own it. I know who I am. I'm glad that God made me the way He made me.
look. That's what it is. But how are you, my dear?
I'm Gucci. It's Friday. I was paid. Now my bills are paid.
Look. That's all that matters. Like you can survive yet another day, right?
And you know what? I think that's the problem. I'm tired of surviving. I want to live. Like surviving
It's
is not
coming.
living, people.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
We just
So
gotta get to it and get through it, right?
yeah, and I'm amped. It's officially Libra season.
Uh,
So it's officially Libra season. Yeah.
yeah. Your birthday is yet quickly approaching.
Yes, yes, yes. In 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 2 weeks from today, the 17th. Yes.
What are you gonna be? 105?
No, just 48. No, 47. Shit. 47. You know what's funny? Real talk. When I turned 46, I kept aging myself a year, and it took the moderator to be like, "Sir, you are not 47." I said, "When was you going to tell me this?" She was like, "It's your age. You should know this."
Yeah, I can always remember mine because I was born on a zero. That my number of age is always whatever the year is.
That's our eldest child. So
Okay,
he was born on a zero. So he's 25. Yeah, 25. So if he ever screws up his birthdays, either because he got autism, not autism. Um, what's the
dyslexia.
memory? No, no, I'm dyslexic. Uh, no, what is it called? Alzheimer's. There we go.
Oh,
Alzheimer's or dementia.
all timers.
Yeah, that too.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Look, I like to call it Alzheimer's because they be like, "Why you say that?" Because you forget all the time.
You know what?
So
I'm done. I'm done. Well, look, let's go ahead and jump into this digital detox episode. So I've got some really interesting statistics that I pulled up via.
you and your statistics. Now go ahead.
Hey, I got to when it's something like this. So
Yeah.
according to Google, on average, people spend 4 hours and 37 minutes per day on their phones. In the US, one survey found average daily phone use at 5 hours and 16 minutes, which is 14% more than the prior year. Globally, the average of screen time, and that's across all internet connected devices, is estimated to around 6 hours and 38 minutes a day. Of course, among teens and younger folks, they reportedly spend up to 8 hours and 22 minutes per day on screened devices. Lastly, the concept of nomophobia, which is the fear of being without one's phone, is becoming more recognized as part of a quote problematic smartphone use end quote. So, Kevin, how often do you think you look at your cell phone?
Believe it or not that often.
Really?
Yeah, like I mean, don't get me wrong. I use my phone a lot. I use my phone to play music. My phone is primarily used when I'm like in the car for the
Okay.
most part because I'm like using my Spotify. Well, I mean, making conversations. Like I've talked to you from my car before.
Hmm.
Hands free, using Bluetooth, obeying the law. Um,
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I wish more people would do it, especially with the cars that are equipped for it.
Yes.
Um, no, but I don't think I'm on my phone that much. Probably mostly at night. I'm on my phone. That's like me playing a game or something.
Hmm.
But that's mostly when I'm on my phone. Social media surfing here and there, but most of the time I'm at work, so I'm not really on my phone like that, unless I'm like really talking to somebody.
Okay. I can't there are I have good days and I have bad days. So there are days if I'm chucking and jiving, then I'm not on my phone as much. But I also use my phone for why why Viva Hello?
I know. So her version of me, because she'll think that I'm always on my phone,
Okay.
but for me, I'm not. She'll see me, and so her thing is for me, because I'll pick with her. I'll be like, "Oh, first thing in the morning, you grab your phone." Because I've seen her do that. Like first thing in the morning, she'll get up and grab her phone. It via social media, she might be checking something, or she could be checking her bank account or whatever. But the first thing you do is grab your phone in the morning. I don't
Uh-huh.
do that. I don't do that. I get up, I get my life together, then I'm probably being to my phone. But I'm not consistently in my phone until it's like late at night when I'm like actually turning down. Now
Yeah.
my bit, which I've come to realize is that I need to stop doing that because I'll be on
Mhm.
my phone till like 12:30 in the morning,
And then you can't go to
knowing
sleep.
knowing
Yeah.
I gotta get up at 6:30. So
There have been plenty of times. Like I'm so enamored with these police officer body cam videos.
see, I gotta watch them during the day from work.
I I absolutely love them. And when I get into a pocket, like I'm down the like
The
social media
rabbit
rabbit
hole.
hole, and I look up, and the next thing I know is 2 o'clock in the morning, and I got to get up and go to work. Like be up at 4:30.
Now see, my phone is my alarm. Also, how you doing, Miss Karen?
Hey, Miss
And you,
Karen.
and you know what? I want to apologize for all the good Karens in the world because y'all catching a bad rep just because of your name now. Like, I'm sorry for y'all. Like all the good Karens out there, I apologize because every time somebody say Karen now, it's automatic. Oh, she's a and you not. I know. I met you. I know you're a beautiful person. Um, so my phone is my alarm. So yeah, my phone's my alarm.
Mine is too,
And
and I have to. I'm not mad about that. You just alarm go off, you click the thing off, and then you put the phone back down.
right.
My issue is the alarm go off, and then I immediately go to like Facebook or Instagram.
So that's the problem.
Yes, and that's where the problem comes in.
So
Um,
the best way I can like relate to that is when I was a smoker, and even no, I didn't do it. Then my mother did it. My mother would get up. God rest her soul. My mother would get up in the morning before she put water and soap to her body. She would smoke a cigarette first.
yeah, my father was like that.
So I was like, when I did smoke, I was like, I need to get my life together, especially if I know I'm going out the house. Then I get into my habit. Like once I got myself together and I'm out the door, then I get into my habit. So normally that's when I get into my phone because then normally if I'm in my phone, I'm in my car and I got my
Hmm.
music playing.
Hmm. And we people have developed so many apps and things for us to help us with our daily lives. So there's calendar apps, and like Karen said, there's alarms, there are reminder lists and task lists, and all of these things that are supposed to help us be more productive and effective with our days. But it just seems that we are like super consumed and super connected to our phones. And there was somebody who, and I can't remember the content creator's name, but he had seen somebody standing in line, and all they had was like a plexiglass like size piece of material that looked like the size of a phone, but it was not a phone. He thought it was like some new Apple device or whatever, like some futuristic tester. And when he went to talk to the lady, it was just like plexiglass. And he was like, "Well, why are you holding it?" She was like, I can't leave the house and not have my phone in my hand. So I'm trying to kill the habit by putting something else in my hand that gives me the same. Yeah, I was like,
But
are
see,
we
once again,
that messed up?
I can relate to that as being a former smoker. So, because like that's one of the habits that smokers have. Smokers have this habit is hand them out, hand them out, hand them out.
Hmm.
So, even though it's been like 8 years since I quit smoking, my sunflower seed addiction has shot the hell up. Like, because I went from smoking to vaping, and then it just stopped. Like God just took it from me one day. Like I was like,
Good,
oh, I don't even have this taste no more.
good.
Um, but now it's like, okay, but so I still had the urge just to because of this. So now I get some I don't want to say the brand name, but I get sunflower seeds. Like
Hmm.
religiously. I got bags at work. The moderator buys me bags from her job, and it's like all going to one Ziploc bag. It's like multiple flavors in one Ziploc bag. But if this
Hmm.
is what I got to do to stop myself from going back into the habit, I respect it.
Yeah.
But I think holding plexiglass in your hand,
Yo, it's like a new level of
I feel like that's extreme.
like that's crazy to me. And we all go through it too. Like get up and walk out the door and get in your car, turn the car on, get ready to pull out the lot or whatever, or off the street or out your parking pad, and forget your phone. Like go all the way down the street and forget your phone. What do? We turn right back around and go get the phone. Because it's like we can't come away from a day where we can like not have the phone with us. So,
It's I think because it's not just that it's become an accommodation for us,
mhm,
it's become a limb.
yes.
So it's like you always have an excuse of why you need your phone. especially like, oh no, what if my kids try to get in contact with me, or what if the spouse tries to get, or what if my job needs me, so it's always, you always find a reason to have your phone on you. Just like a smoker is like, oh, my anxiety's up, so let me smoke a cigarette. I'm pissed off at this person, let me smoke a
Smoke a
cigarette.
cigarette.
You know,
Mhm.
having a good time, let me smoke a, you know what I'm saying? You always gonna find a reason to do something that if you stop or not able to do, it's going to mess with you. And in reality, it's withdrawal.
Yeah.
Because if you leave your phone home, like, I got a watch. I wear a watch every day. My watch sits on the side of my bed every day. Okay. It charges with my headphones and my little earbuds and my
Mhm.
phone. They're all on the same charging station. Okay. I left my watch home one day and I was just like,
Yep. Yeah.
really?
You just didn't know what to do because you're so
Right.
accustomed to having it. And that's the thing too. Like our watches are connected to our phones, and then you got the iPad and the laptop, and it's all connect, it's all one big, working space, of technology that, we kind of are just taken to.
Right.
So now doctors and psychologists and things, professionals of that nature are saying that what we need to do on a regular basis is detox from our digital devices and like the digital space. So
Now, see, it's hard for people. I think it's easier for people if you're not in a certain situation or certain position.
meaning,
Like, okay, like us. You don't do a podcast as frequently as two fat guys do. But so you can take a detox moment. You can be like, you know what? I'm cool. And thing about you, you'll let people know, hey, I'm checking off of social media for a while. I will catch up with you guys later. That's cool. But for two fat guys, because of what we do, we're always connected to technology. If via TikTok, Facebook, something, and we're like communicating with the fans, we're communicating with our viewers. We always trying to be, I guess, stay in contact to let people know of the content that's coming
yeah,
because it's part of our platform and it's hard for us to not be on. So that's why we give people a heads up. Hey, this 2 weeks, Danny and I are taking a break.
yes, and there are caveats to that we'll get to later in the show,
Okay.
because I took all of that into consideration, because even with my other podcast with the Lazarus movement, like I was going really strong like every week, with tidbits, and then the videos, and then the Saturday sessions, and then we had a Monday session where we had a review session. So like I've been on the consistent train with the social media stuff. And then, there are other aspects of life that come into it too. COVID kind of changed that for everybody, where pre COVID, we weren't as connected to the technology. I think it was getting there, but it was all
It
right. I'll
definitely
be on Facebook
expedited it.
for a little bit, yeah, and then I go away and go do something else. But COVID kind of created a space for us to have to be connected more to social media, because for some people that's really the only connection that they were really able to have. Couldn't go to church, so churches went digital. A lot of family functions that had been planned, they all went digital because you couldn't have gatherings over a certain number of people. So I think some circumstances pushed us a little bit more into the digital arena, which I believe is why digital detoxing is now such a big deal, because so many people have gotten lost in like this digital space. And you see it with a lot of teenagers and like younger kids, where like their self-esteem and stuff is so tied into the clicks and the likes and all of that kind of stuff. So detoxing has become like a more important situation. So how do you think like our screen time affects like our mental and like emotional and even our spiritual health.
That was loaded.
It
Uh,
wasn't loaded.
no, I mean, it was a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot
Yeah.
packed in there. Um, all right, so as far as, I'm gonna get to the spirituality part last. Um, Screen time has affected people, I think, a lot. And yeah, TV was our screen time. Like TV
Yeah.
was the thing. Cause
Prior to the internet.
right, because I'll be sitting there, TV like,
Yes, but TV went off. That's the thing.
yeah, but remember, we're also part of the era where TV became 24/7.
Yes, but that came later.
Right, but still up at 2 o'clock in the morning watching cable. Two
That's
o'clock.
but that's if you had cable. Everybody didn't have cable.
No, but I was one of them kids. I could find something on channel 45 or 54 at 2 o'clock in the morning that was entertaining. That wasn't an infomercial. All right.
Hey, some of them infomercials was hitting though.
No, they was not. Don't ever
Yeah,
say that again.
they
I
were.
love you. Don't ever say it
Whatever.
again. Talking about the Thigh Master. No. Uh um so screen time for us growing up, it was limited because we went outside.
Mm-hmm.
We touched grass. We we smelt air, polluted or not. Okay, we saw the sun go up. We saw the
Mm-hmm.
sun go down. We
Mm-hmm.
saw clouds. We seen everything. So our screen time growing up was limited. I mean, so I feel like as an adult, my screen time has increased because I'm in the house more because I don't go out like I used to. So that's why. But I think for this generation, that's all they know. Like my son Damon, God bless his soul, if he ain't got internet, his life is over. Like his life is over because his PS5 won't connect to the internet, which means he can't play with his friends online, even
Mm-hmm.
though he can clearly play a single player game. But that's not going to work. He can't communicate with certain people. So if his internet goes out, he's lost. So he
Yeah.
has no screen time because his screen time is built into his internet because he doesn't watch TV like that. Most of his time is spent playing a game, playing with
Okay.
his friends online. So
I'm not into the online. The
I'm not
online.
very, but I think that's a different generation.
Very
I,
true.
I know a couple people, couple Gen Zs, a couple Gen Xs. That's like, yeah, nah, I do the online stuff, but it's a very small percentage. They normally do it with other people from their
Yeah.
generation because these little kids that have you stepping outside your character and getting banned from off of
You
Call of
right about
Duty
it.
because you were like, your father should have left. Never mind. That's never mind. Um, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian.
Calm it down. Calm
I'm
your
a
spirit.
Christian.
Talk
Uh,
to your spirit.
um, because I done cussed out a few kids and said some way crazy stuff to these kids online, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. I'd be
It just
damned if I.
reminds me of that episode in Endgame when they went to go see Thor
Mm-hmm.
and they was in there playing with the kid and it was Noob Master and Thor was over there talking to him, talking about he was gonna rip his arms off and put him up his butt or something. He said like that's how I imagine it.
Yeah, it just you don't know how aggravated you can be as an adult until a 14-year-old calls you out, and you don't even like. You know what? Yeah, no, no. So anyway, so the screen time for them is different for us because
Yeah.
it's built on keeping them attached.
Mm-hmm.
It's built on keeping them attached to the technology. Um, Spiritual wise, it's a catch 22 because you got your Bible app. You have people like my church does it, your church does it, where they stream online every Sunday. My church has online Bible study through
Mm-hmm.
Zoom for so people who can't, because we don't do in person Bible study, we do it through Zoom. So that's the positive part of it for the spirituality part. But my pastor is also a big believer in taking time away from social media. So like, but she's also like use it responsibly.
Mm-hmm.
She's not like, oh, this is the way we're going to do it. Like, no, we use our technology as outreach for those who can't get to us. So that's the good part. The bad
Yeah.
part is that you have um ministries, we're gonna say that word, ministries, who use the social media as money grab
Mm,
for people who can't physically go to a church. And maybe the church that they want to be part of doesn't broadcast online for
mm-hmm.
one reason or another. So now you was like, if you sitting at home, touch the screen and donate $200, like what? What does me touching the screen has to do what? I'm sorry, Pastor. What? So, but you got people that's like, if you donate $200 and touch the screen, God's gonna bless you in a manner that you never saw fit. And that's the bad side of it.
And
And that's the bad side. And you be the person like in ministry like I am. Like you seen it. You see it all
cringy.
the time. It is
So
very
cringy.
cringy. It is very cringy. Um, so that's the flip side of like you. So for the spirituality, it can be great, but also it can be bad, and that's where you kind of gotta navigate. That's when you come to navigate that technology for yourself, and you have to have an understanding. Is this good for me, or is this bad for me, or is this something I can just live with as part of my everyday life? Because if I'm gonna ask you a question, I know this is your show, so forgive me, but I'm gonna ask you a question.
Oh my gosh, asking me a question?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
How many phone numbers do you remember right now at the top of your head?
Probably 25.
You know 25 numbers off the top of your
Off,
head.
off the top of my head, I know
God
25.
God bless you. I know three. Okay? Mine's, my wife's, and my brother's. No, I'm lying. I know more. I know my aunt's number because she's had the number for like 50 years. So it
Yeah.
is certain phone numbers I know at the top of my head, but it is less. It is not double digits. You see what I'm saying? Because we have come, and I'm kudos to you, because we come so dependent on this technology when I can grab this phone, like right now, you're on my screen. You can't see it because of my green screen, but
Yeah.
you're on my screen right now. Like you're on my phone screen. Okay? But if I need to call somebody, I don't know that person's number. Boop, 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 boop. There it is right there.
Hmm.
Cause now I ain't gotta remember nobody's phone number. But God forbid I lose this phone.
Yeah, and I did that one time where like it was a duplex that I lived in and I dropped my phone in a gutter
Oh
and
damn.
I couldn't get it. I mean, I dropped my phone in that gutter before and one time I got it out and then the next time like I didn't get it out and then it take a minute cuz you either got to pay through the insurance or you got to go get a new phone.
Right.
And I didn't have the money either way. So that instance taught me to go back and like all of the numbers that I would need to call at any given time, I need to know those numbers. So there's, like 10 people that number I need to know off the top of my head. If I had to go and use a payphone, if they were ever around,
like if you can find one.
yeah, if you could find one, um, they're numbers I could call if I was in an emergency, like those are people that I can call that I know would like come and get me or at least call my mama and tell her that there's something wrong, kind of stuff. So yeah, I totally agree with you. Like nobody remembers phone numbers anymore because
Like,
it's so easy to press a face or press a button
right. It's so
or
funny because my older brother, he's had the same phone number for at least 30 some odd years. And I'm not gonna get into particulars, but he lost the number
mm,
and he had to get a new number. And I was pissed.
because now you had to remember a whole new number.
Right. And I didn't even try to learn it. Like I'm not even gonna cap. Like I didn't even try to learn the number. And then he sent the text out, was like, yeah, I got my old number back. I was like, thank you, Lord. He does answer your prayers.
Hilarious.
I was like, because I wasn't remember the other number. I wasn't. Because he done had that number for like this. He had that number like when cell phones like almost became very popular, but you still had to have some type of money to get a cell phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. That's how long he had that number. It's just like the late 90s, early 2000s. So whatever cell phones came out, he had that number since then.
Okay. Uh,
So so early 2000s. Yeah.
okay. So I think like just looking at like our like physical and mental like with cell phones, kind of to what you talked about at the top of the show, about sleep and how
Deprivation.
like phones interrupt those sleeping patterns. We have habits of keeping. Now I know I'm not the only person, but granted the way that I sleep with my phone is probably not good. um People have nightstands, they put the phone on the nightstand. Not me, I put my phone in the bed. But I
Do
also sleep diagonally across my bed, so it's in one of the corners of
you should stop doing
I
that.
know I should. um, don't condemn me about my choices. um
I'm not condemning you. I'm just
I
making a
know, but
suggestion.
yes, it could catch fire and all that stuff. Yes, I am aware. Um, but again, like the blue light and all that kind of stuff, like it keeps your mind awake, so then it makes it harder for you to go to sleep. As far as like I was talking to at the top of the show, like for younger people, the desire of the likes and the clicks and sharing and all of that kind of stuff becomes like another thing, and some kids get to the habit of attention grabbing, so they say stuff that makes people concerned, and then everybody's flooding to their page. Are you okay? Do you need something? Do you want something? And that just helps to build self-esteem, which before we had that digital footprint, um, you dealt with people face to face, even cyberbullying. Like, who would have ever thought that we would ever have to use that term? Like, bullying in off the screen is not good, but cyberbullying tends to be even worse because people hide behind the computer.
I mean, but cyberbullying, it's funny because it's this show on a cable network that just started, and they talk about cyberbullying and how this guy is going after these cyberbullies. Um, I didn't know how deep these people can get into it. As
Bruh,
far as
it's
like,
brutal.
I mean, like they found like, so this one woman, she was a teacher, and she admitted she was like 18, 19 years old. She was dumb, and she took some she took some risque pictures.
Mm,
And the guy that took them had them on his little personal website, but then he sold them to somebody. And he sold the pictures, and the guy has his own website of all these women that was in these risque pictures.
mm-hmm.
And he started cyber, like these was grown women by now. Like he started, like he sent, like this one was a teacher wrapping up for the day, and he sent her the pictures that he had of her from when she was 18 to her school email. How
Yep.
did you find out what her school email was? And then listed all the people she worked with, was like, yeah, I'm gonna send these to these teachers, to your coworkers, to show them how you are. So
But
it's like,
but but
wow.
think about it. Like, our digital footprint is set across so many things. Like, you can Google yourself right now and probably find you in places that you never thought you would find you. Like before, when we were growing up, in order to find you, I had to know either your address or your phone number, because I could look you up in the phone book, in the white pages, and find you. But there was 2,500 Kevin Grosses also in the white pages. So I either had to know one or the other, or I had to go down the list and call everyone to see which one you were. But now, because we keep records, in a cloud, you have all of your information. You know how little information you put on Facebook or Instagram. You have pictures and all that kind of stuff. So then pictures connect you to your name, and it's just such a vast web of information that stuff like that, it makes it easy for people to gain access to information.
That is very true. You got me kind of interested now. Like I'm listening to you, and I was like, let me see if I can find myself
Yeah.
on.
And then I wanted to touch this question that Tony put in the chat, because I think it's a valid point. When we talk about our spiritual lives, and how this digital world kind of sucks the life out of us, it can be an antichrist manifestation. And here's how. If before you had all of this technology, you spent time in prayer and you spent time reading your Bible and, all of these types of things, and you've replaced it with the droll of the scroll, then it can pull you away from it. Now granted, to your point, there are places that you get all of that on social media because churches are now becoming more digital, and you're getting more people that are openly praying and openly doing scripture based um podcast and streaming things and stuff like that. But the other caveat to that is everybody not speaking the same Bible.
Right.
So you still have to get into the analog version of the Bible and open your Bible so that you can, check what people are saying. So it can pull people away, but it also, can push people into that life and introduce Christ to people, because some people will never walk in a church building, but they
And
have
this, oh
access.
Lord Jesus, I'm sorry, I got old knees. Um,
Look, Snap Crackle Pop was a couple weeks ago.
yeah, well, I snack crackle pop every day. Um, so it's funny you say that because I use Google all the time when it comes to me like looking up a sermon or researching a theological uh,
Theological.
thank you theological idea for a sermon, but I still check my sources. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
because because there are trusted sites like Bible Gateway and a couple other sites that are trusted and definitely highly recommended for people. So if that's how you want to, even YouVision Bible app is really good.
Yes.
So if I see something on Google and I'm looking at it like, because sometimes Google will reword it and it's not changing the meaning of it because you're not
Hmm.
supposed to, but the way they'll reword it is for you to understand it better. And sometimes it's like that don't sound right. Then
Yeah.
that's when you get your oh, okay, I see what they was doing.
Yeah.
So, like you said, check your sources. Um, but I'm rambling. Here we go. Check your sources, but you got to be smart about who you listen to when it comes to social media spirituality.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of churches that you see on social media and never heard of them. Never heard of them.
Hmm.
Like, all right, it's a young preacher. I don't even know how old this dude is, but he's a triplet, and I love his videos.
Oh, I know who you talk about. His first
Jason
name is
Crawford.
Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, Jason Crawford. I love him to death because the way he presents it,
Yeah. It's
it is
good.
so unorthodox, but you get what he's implying. You're getting what you're supposed to get from out of what God is trying to send through him.
Hmm.
You see, so he uses the social media platform, the spiritual side of social media, the way God wants us to. You know, and I don't want to get too biblical because this is not what this show is for. But y'all gotta understand that. All right, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move on.
Hey, Sugar Cookie.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move on.
Okay.
God is get the devil still has a lot of power in the earth realm. So when it comes to technology, he has a hand in that too. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, and again, like not to harp on the point, but there are both sides to it. Just like you find with music, just like you find with food,
Right.
like there's good food, and then there's food that you probably shouldn't eat that often.
Or food you should not eat at
And
all.
then there's food that you shouldn't eat at all. Yeah. So, just like music, there's music that feeds your soul, and then there's music that does the total opposite. Um, so same thing for the digital footprint and social media. Like there's social media that is great for you. And there's a lot of information out there and some things that we probably never would have seen or known or whatever had it not been for social media. And then there's some very detrimental things happening in social media. And it's just, you gotta decipher and know what's good and what's not.
But I
So
think when it comes to the technology phase, just in general, just social media, your everyday life, you got to know how to navigate it.
yeah,
So, um, I want a smart home.
I think those are so cool.
I want a smart home, and people are like, why you want a smart? And sometimes it bugs the moderator when I be like, Alexa, turn on primary bedroom, which is the TV, or I say, Alexa, turn on fire TV, and she be like, why don't you just use the remote? But to me, because you know I'm a techie anyway, but that's what I want. And I want to be able to use that for because that's the purpose of it.
Hmm.
Now I'm not like I probably could, but I'm not going to do it. Like mess with my neighbor stuff
Yeah,
because
don't do that.
that's just sinister. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. It's not episode X Men, sir. Thank you very much.
Look, I mean, like I had look, you already know what my IT background is,
Yeah,
so I could like my neighbor be minding his business and I just cut his TV off, like what I mean? Like that's the downside of it, but for me, so you got to be able to navigate it the smart way, and I think when it comes to us as parents, those who that are parents, um, you got to be able to teach your kids when to turn that blue light off.
well, see, and this is Karen brought up a real good thing. Like, it's good till it malfunction, and I
Well,
always
I
think
know how
that,
to fix it. I know how to fix it, Karen.
well, that's you, Kevin. The average person don't know how to fix it. Okay,
I get,
and
I, I, get, look, I give them a service warranty, so you can call me anytime.
so you know the movie Megan, right? Where the people buy the doll or the
Yeah, see, I'm
robot
not, I'm not doing that. I'm
and the
not
dog.
doing that. I'm not
But
doing
I,
that.
I think about that with the smart home too. Like, what happens if like Siri, not Siri. What's the Google version? Um,
Google, then you have Alexa.
yeah, Alexa. The well, isn't that more like Amazon? Whatever, whoever
Well,
she belongs to. Like, you say, Alexa, like, close the blinds, and Alexa be like, no, like, you just gonna burn up today. Like,
then I'm just gonna unplug her ass.
I can't.
I'm gonna unplug her.
So
It's that
yeah,
simple.
no.
It's really just that simple. I'm gonna unplug it. If Alexa works without power, you can have the house. I'm gone.
Thank you. Galaxy. That's the word I was looking for. Um, but yes, like I can't. So let's shift gears a little bit. So Chat GPT told me
Oh
that
Lord,
the average smartphone user checks their phone 58 times a day.
that is a lot.
That is a ton of time.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably if I wasn't sitting in front of a 3 monitor computer,
Hmm.
I probably would check my phone more often for like my emails, because everything I would check on my phone, I have on my desktop.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So like Facebook Messenger is on my desktop.
Yeah.
My Gmail is on. I'm signed into my Google account as my browser because we
Hmm.
use Chrome at work.
Yeah.
So I'm signed into everything. So I will probably be, I won't say 50 something percent, but I'll probably high 30s of
Okay.
checking my phone. But since I have everything on my desktop, I don't have to do that. So I think because of that, I'm kind of disqualified, but at the same time, I'm not. It's
Yeah.
just a different screen.
Because here's the thing: how many times are those 58 checks like intentional checks versus like habit or reflex? So like
Oh, it's definitely
with your,
habit.
with your story about the what ifs, like what if something happens to the kids, or what if like God
So
forbid something's going on with my parents, or what have you. What do you think the percentage of people that are just doing it by habit versus it being like, I needed to look at my text messages because I had a bunch of stuff on auto paid. I just wanted to make sure I got all the messages that they were paid.
nah, because you're gonna get those anyway. So that's BS. Um, because if they wasn't paid, your bank will tell you because you're gonna get other notifications saying these payments was rejected. So stop playing with yourself.
But you would
Uh,
get that. You would get that in a text message too.
right, but what I'm saying is you'll know if an auto pay didn't go through without you even having to check your text. That's all I'm saying.
How though?
Because most of the time they call you like, "Hey, this payment ain't go through." Um,
BG don't call me.
oh, that's
Like they'll
BG&E. They
send me an
different. They
email,
don't.
but
BG&E is soulless. So
Verizon don't call me. Like I got to auto pay for my phone.
like they're
And
conglomerate. So conglomerates are soulless. They don't care. Um, but he made me lose my point.
I'm sorry. Conversation, sir. This is how it goes.
No, I know. Damn, what was my point?
But I think a lot of it is not necessarily intentional. I think
Oh,
because we are
I re-
conditioned, we've conditioned ourselves to look at our phones a lot that it's all reflex.
yeah. So that was the point I was gonna make in reference to myself. If I'm bored, then I'll start grabbing my phone.
Mm,
Even though no chime, no nothing come in, I'm grabbing my phone. Now to check my email like 2 minutes ago. I ain't get no new email. Then like 5 minutes, I'm grabbing my phone. I get an email because I'm bored now. And then so like my AD of my ADHD is kicking in because now I'm just like I have nothing to keep my attention. So now I'm gonna keep grabbing my phone. Now I'm gonna keep doing dumb stuff. Now I'm probably gonna find something on Instagram or on Facebook Reels and send it to y'all in the chat just to mess with y'all. Because now I'm bored.
hilarious.
So now I'm just bored and I'm going through this. Um sent notes home and the teachers are texting.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
talking about kids in school.
you know
So
what? I don't like that when the teacher texts me because I feel like, dude, you don't even know me and you texting my phone. Don't text me, call me. I literally told last year, I told my daughter teacher that please stop texting me on my wife. Call us. Because if you text me, 9 out of 10 times I'm going to ignore it. Because your number's not saved in my phone. And they was like to save my number. No, call me.
I would say the same thing too, Kevin. Like just save the number. Like
Yeah, no, call me. I must be. No, I am not bored at work. When I had nothing to do at work, then I started flooding y'all with stuff. If
but
you
but again, like 58 times in a like how many hours are we really up? Like maybe 16, 17, 18 hours
close
you
to that, yeah.
like that's a lot of times of checking your phone, and that's just an average. There's some people who, oh my gosh, yes. So
Facts, Miss Karen.
y'all remember when Candy Crush was like the thing? Like everybody was playing Candy Crush, and then you asking people to send you pieces of candy so you can get extra points
I,
and lives and all of that kind of stuff. And then Farmville was the other game that people played a lot of.
Sims
So
had
yeah,
me.
see, Sims was a computer game for
No,
me.
no, but Sims when they came out with the mobile version of Sims, Bejeweled. Oh, when they put Tetris on the phone, that was the worst thing
Oh
ever.
my gosh, you ain't never
Oh,
lied. Now, Bejeweled, I played again. I had that on like I think it was PlayStation at the time. So I
mm,
played it on the game. I couldn't get into the Sims and stuff, the digital version. So it just wasn't there for me. But
that's because you keep crackhead hours, sugar cookie.
yeah, we're not talking because you work two jobs back to back, and that's too much. Um,
She works 3 jobs, 2 jobs on the same day.
Again, like that time she put in the chat that she hadn't gone to sleep.
Yeah, she was up for like 38 hours or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah. See, look. See, that's what that see. Can you criticize teachers for using the technology?
I don't criticize the teacher for using the technology, but if I ask you to call me versus text me, give me that much respect.
But what if they don't have? I'm playing devil's advocate at this point because this
That's
part.
fine.
What if they don't like the text is easier and quicker to send because maybe they don't have the time to call?
So in that case, I need you to let me know. Say, hey, this is what's going on, and I will follow up and say that's fine. Can you set it? Is there a particular time and date the way you and I can talk versus text?
Man,
I'm just old school like that. I'd rather talk to the teacher because to me that lets the teacher know I am involved in my kid's life. Now the moderator she'll respond back through text. Thank you for letting me know. We will follow up with her. bit. That's what she does. Me, I'm old school. I want to talk. I want to talk to you. You may not ever see my face, but I need you to hear my voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just old school like that.
Crazy. I mean, it's a
Ha
good
ha,
thing,
crackhead. I
but
was.
I mean, I'm just saying. So
That's a work week, yo. That's a
yeah,
work
like
week
that's a whole week, Courtney. Like,
plus
geez,
overtime. That
yeah,
was with over.
Jesus. All right. So
I'm sorry. We back. I'm back.
what has digitalizing our lives really cost us? Well, it's cost us time with family, downtime for reflection, reading, for some of us prayer, and even face-to-face fellowship. It's also cost us mental health impacts like insomnia, anxiety, comparison traps, especially via social media. And then for some of us, the spiritual costs are distractions from prayer, meditation, scripture, and even silence. Like I have a friend, and she's younger, probably about 10 years younger than me. So probably put her in her early 30s, where she don't do silence. Like she has to hear the phone go off, like the notifications and stuff. Like I go all day. Once I get to work, I turns my notifications off. Like I put my phone on silent. So my phone could be going off forever. If people need to get to me, they call me at work. Um, but my notifications don't go off at all. And it's only three people who can get to me through my phone when the notifications is off. Um, so if it ain't important, I don't want to know.
And say so. That's the thing. So like that goes back to me saying everything that's on my phone, notification wise, like Facebook Messenger.
But
Um,
I don't even put it on my computer
but see that's
because
but that's what I'm saying. If I don't open up Facebook, then I'm going to get it on my phone because my notifications is turned on my phone.
okay.
So, but only reason I keep them turned on for like text messages in case, pardon me, the moderator texts me
Hmm.
or my kids text me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I keep the notifications on. And sometimes I may get an alert from like my doctor's office or the pharmacy or something like that. So that's why I keep those turned on because I do look for in certain things that if it comes through, I can get to it right away. Because I know if my notification, and that's the other reason, like I said, I even got my watch. So if my phone is silent, my watch is still going to let me know, hey, look, I got a message from the moderator. And I
Yeah.
look at it, and if I need to respond, I respond. But if not, then just clickly clack on the keyboard, and I keep it moving. But like I said, because I have certain things that are apps that are on my phone, on my computer, I'm going to get those notifications. But I don't always respond. I'll hear it, I'll see it, and I'm like, I'll get to that later.
Mm.
Like the last few days, y'all saw me come in the chat late in
Yeah.
the day.
Super late.
Right, because I've been like grinding at work and I've been working on a sermon. So I had to quote unquote detox from that part of social media for a while I can get done, while I can get done what I need to get done. Now
Hmm.
that I'm done, I'm back. That's why I like in the one chat, I was like, hey, did y'all miss me? And evidently y'all didn't because nobody said nothing. And that was fine. Like
But you also got to remember, like in the chat, and I say this all the time, like we post five and six things behind each other. And then if somebody else come in and then somebody else posting five or six things, I don't see all the messages all the time.
now see what's funny is because Sugar Cookie and Miss Voorhees will be the only ones that I do it sometimes if I feel like it. We'll go back and scroll through
I'm
everything.
not scrolling all day. I'm not doing it. That's why Sugar Cookie be at Chris. Did you see this? Because I'm not going back. I promise you. I promise you I'm not. I'm just not. I don't do it in group text. Or not group text in what is that app called? It's the look, now I can't even my brain is
That's
starting
that
to be
40.
goofy.
That's that 40 and over brain.
It is that 40 and over brain because I'm about to look at the app right now. Group me. I
I don't
got
even know what that is. I don't even
I
have that
got
app.
it's a app that you can use that stops people from group text messaging. Um, and
I
what
need
happens
that.
is, huh,
I need that because I'm tired of group text messages.
bruh, listen, we had to get people to stop group texting because everybody don't have the same type of phone. So then some people's phones will allow them to respond to the group text, but then it makes a whole new complete different text.
Text, yeah.
And I don't have time. No, absolutely not. They be saying stuff in group me. I don't scroll back up. If it's 35 messages in there, I open the app so that stupid bubble that tells me how many messages I
And it
missed
goes away.
goes away. That's it. That's it. And I'm sorry. I'm not doing all that scrolling. Like it's just not gonna happen. If it's important, somebody will pin it so that it'll be there when I go back and look at it.
Right.
But but let's talk about some of this detox strategy, right?
Okay.
So when we look at how much time we spend on all of these electronic devices, we have to get into the habit of defining some healthy limits. So some health sources say that they recommend limiting non-work or school screen time to 2 hours per day. Do you think, Kevin, that you could
Hell no.
you didn't even let me finish. You couldn't like not have your phone or not look at your phone or watch or any of those digital devices for 2 hours a day.
No.
Why?
I have ADHD.
You go
I
buy,
always have to
buy
be
a
doing
fidget
something.
spinner. Buy a fidget spinner. Go do something else.
No, I'm being dead. I'm being dead A right
And
now.
so am I.
I know you are, but I can't. I can't. Like I'll go 2 hours when I'm asleep. So when I'm asleep, yeah. You can tilt your head all you want. I can do the same thing. So, but when I go, that's when I don't look at my phone. I'm asleep. Unless I get a text message. And I ain't gonna front. Sometimes like sugar cookie, I'm gonna need you to get your life together because we understand you are the only one that works at night, overnight. But if I hear my phone go off at 2 o'clock in the morning one more time and there's a Facebook chat, I know
That's why you
it's you.
turn, that's why you mute the chat when you go to sleep.
But I'll forget to unmute it when I wake up. And I'll
Mm.
be like, why ain't nobody talking to me?
You can put your phone on. You can do a
I,
do
I,
not disturb.
yeah, I see you do that with Instagram about 9 o'clock every
I
night.
sure do. Turn it off.
got a little crescent moon right next to your
It
eye.
sure does. Because I have friends who work late. Like there's somebody that I talk to on a regular basis, and he works until like 11:30, almost midnight, and he be sending me all manner of reels, and I'm like, sir, I hear you, and I understand that you coming home from work, but I should already be asleep.
Right.
Seeing as I gotta get up to be at work at 6:30. I can't be fooling around with you at midnight.
Nah, because what was the other night and the chime went off on the phone and I didn't even look at it. Viva looked the moderator looked at it and I was like, it's either Chris or Courtney, Sugar Cookie. And she was like, it was Sugar Cookie. And the only reason I threw your name in there because it was a Wednesday night, and I know sometimes Wednesday nights you stay up late because you work from home
You
on
are correct.
Thursday.
Come on,
So
don't be discussing my habits on
look, I mean,
on social
look, when
media.
you know somebody, you know somebody. If you know,
That's
you
fact.
know.
That's fact. That's fact.
So I was like, and it was the other night. It was Wednesday night. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I was like, that's either Chris or a Sugar Cookie.
Yeah.
And she said it was Sugar Cookie. I was like, all right.
I don't feel like 2 hours is like a bad gig. Like you decompress at home, from work. Most people do 30 minutes to an hour of decompressing.
Right, no, and
So
I do.
decompress without the phone.
So here's the thing. My decompression, I mean, and everybody's decompression is different from when they take
Yeah.
them. So my decompression comes from me driving. So when I'm on my way home from work, even if it's a hectic drive home, I'm still decompressing
Hmm.
for that moment because I know when I come in here, I probably got to cook dinner and da 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 da. But once that's settled, then I do decompress. And sometimes being in my phone is me decompressing sometimes being on my phone is me decompressing. And she's right. In a couple of weeks, we're gonna be in the middle of, I think it's the Atlantic Ocean, because that's going towards the Bahamas. I can't remember, but
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna be on a cruise in the Atlantic Ocean, and yes, there will be no Wi-Fi, no cell phone reception, so I will be off my phone. But I'm looking forward to that though.
But that doesn't mean that you can't use some of the things on your phone,
Oh
like
no, because
some
I'm still
games
gonna
and
take
stuff
pictures.
you can play.
I got a whole new gimbal for my phone to go in to record and take pictures because it's a vacation. So what she mean? No, he don't. What are you talking? Anyway, so I'm going to look forward to that because I know that's going to be a whole week of me recharging and not worried about Baltimore City, not worried about my place of employment, and God love them, not my kids. So I'm we are just going to enjoy this week of not being connected, and I'm
Okay.
looking forward to it. Because when you talked about the detox, I was like, and the moderator, she was like, "Well, I want to get the Wi-Fi package." No, I don't want the Wi-Fi package because I don't want to be able. Because I know if I got it, I'm not going to be in that moment.
Yeah.
And I'm
And I
like,
and I agree with you. Like I've been on quite a few cruises and I don't do Wi-Fi at all. Like once we on the cruise, that's it. Like I see y'all when I get back.
right now, when you went to Jamaica, the hotel you was at probably had Wi-Fi or whatever,
Yes.
and you took advantage of it, which is fine. But we didn't see you all the time. And there was a couple times when you popped up in the chat. I was like, "Can you go vacate? Like, we'll
And
be
I
here when you
was, we
get
just
back."
wasn't doing nothing. So like I had time to do something else. So there we go.
What are you telling me? If I have to, I would take my phone for what? I'm going to take pictures with my phone.
And I think to some degree like that's cool. Like you're not necessarily like doing something that requires a scroll. Like you're using your phone as another tool. So I think,
Right.
like, in the grand scheme of things, like I think that's cool. Um, but I think as a group and as a society of people, like we have to institute some days of even some activities during the day where we get off our phones. So like when I date, the first date that I go on with somebody, I tell them before we go, like I need for you not to be on your phone during the date. Like keep it in your pocket, put it on the table, turn it over. Like I need us to be like engaged
Right.
with
And
each
that
other.
and that and, and that makes absolute sense because what's the point of going on a date if you can just be continue to be scrolling on your phone
But
or
you be
responding to text messages and stuff.
you be surprised, and it don't even be the text messages. It be your phone vibrate, or especially with the watches, your watch vibrate, and because of the sensation of the vibration, you go and look at it. It might be a notification for something, or somebody liked something on Facebook or commented on a post you had. It don't be nothing, but out of habit, because you've conditioned yourself to look every time, you're looking at it. Like there's somebody I hang out with, and every time we hang out, like his phone just every couple minutes it's just going off, going off, going off. And
Well,
there's a
I've
caveat
never
to it.
I've never been that popular. So
Well, no, I mean there's a little bit to it. Like it's a little layered because he has kids. So like his kids text him, and that's one thing. But if we hanging out or like we on a date and you can't not talk to somebody for an hour, if that, or if we go into a movie, you can't put your phone away because we in the movie.
well, first of all, my phone is instantly put away when I go to a movie. Um
But
and
but you gotta watch too.
right, but no, but even then I'm not locked in on my watch. If I so here's the thing. And it's been a long time since I've been on one with the moderator, but we go out, we go on a date. That's the rule. Like phones go away. Now the kids normally know if we go out, so they know not to bother us.
Mm.
Like unless one of you are on fire, don't call us. You know, like one of the last times we went out, our middle son called me and I didn't answer. He texted me, "You good? Like where you at?" I'm out. I'm out with Viva. He was like, "Oh, okay. Enjoy your evening," because he knows. He's like, "Oh, never mind. I'll talk to you later. It's not important."
Yeah.
No, it never was important. Like, hey, yeah, I'm being arrested. That's when you call me.
No,
So
not
whatever. I don't know. You know what? She's in one. She's just being moderating right now.
hilarious. So
Um,
so let's talk about some practices, right? Some practical detoxing strategies, okay? Like having a digital Sabbath. So either a full day or a block of time to be completely screen free. So that means no looking at Facebook, no Instagram, no TikTok, just time away. Put the phone down, put it somewhere, and go in another room. Turn the notification off. Go in another room. Go do something outside. Go sit on a porch, or go sit outside and soak up some of this good vitamin D that comes from the sun. Because one of the things that has crippled us is that we forget to go outside and live. It's a lot of ladies out here talk about I need my husband, I need my Boaz, but he not gonna find you at home scrolling on social media. You got to get
well,
out the house.
here's the problem with that. Here's the caveat to that. You ain't gonna find your Martha either if you don't go outside. So
Right. You're not gonna find nothing if you don't go outside.
right there you go.
So, you
But
know,
here's the thing though. Even with that, let's keep it a buck. You ain't gotta go outside for that anymore.
very true, but
Cause you got all these apps that you can scroll left, scroll right, scroll
yeah,
up, scroll
yes,
down,
yes,
and
Kevin.
then so until you like that's my I think he could be my Boaz. And that's when you decide to reach out. That's when you boop boop, you heart that person. They're
But
like, hi.
you still got to go out.
Right, but eventually, but that's what I'm trying to say. Eventually, you have to go out. But if I know I ain't got to go out right now, and I could just scroll on this app and find the man of my dreams,
But
I'm a
that
scroll.
that again is very few and far between. Like,
I
yes,
dis I'm going to dis. I'm playing devil's advocate here because the millions of subscribers that are on these apps says otherwise.
yes, but then there are billions of people in the world
That
that
is true.
are using the service or the app. So it's still you meet a lot of people, online, and you can make some genuine connections, but it's the same pool that you would go out and do that you would do online, but you're almost able to find other things that you're interested in when you're outside than you are when you're scrolling left and right on an app. I went to an axe throwing situation, meeting some people. I found some black owned restaurants and bars, being outside. Like I would not have found that if all I did was do dating apps.
No, and I agree with you. I'm not saying that. And once again, remember, I was playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, I know.
But I agree with you. You need to get
Yeah.
outside. You need to get outside. And I was laughing at that comment when it initially popped up. It was like you talking about I'm getting off for a while, then it's not even 3 hours later, and then all of a sudden you see somebody come. I thought you said you was going to bed. Uh, and I've been guilty of that.
Yeah.
Um, now you get a love text.
Yeah. I get the grand rising queen, like miss me with that. Um,
You know how much stamps cost? Uh,
you could drop. Never mind.
See, right now my
That's a,
phone
that's
just
a
went.
whole nother show. That's a whole nother
Look,
show.
let's see. Look, my phone literally just went off in the background.
Yeah. So here we go. Digital Sabbath. Pick a day or a block of time to be fully screen free. Schedule phone parking. So that means leave your device in another room during meals, during worship time, during bedtime. So that your phone is in one place and you are somewhere else experiencing life. Okay. App limits, which you so very nicely put on there that I have an Instagram limit. My Instagram limit is 2 hours. So when like I have a nighttime thing on there, but I also have a app limit for Instagram that's 2 hours. It'll tell me in 15 minutes I will have reached my limit for the day. Now you can ignore it
For the day?
for the day. It's two. I've limited my Instagramming to 2 hours a day.
That's crazy.
So now I'm particular about when I go into the app. So like people will send me, reels and all that other kind of stuff when I'm on Instagram, and I may not open it until 5 o'clock.
So that's why when I be sending you Instagram
I
clips,
don't be I don't be paying attention to it because I got limits. It's like how cell phones used to do us back in the day. You had to pay for your minutes during the
until
day, but when
7
you had
o'clock.
free nights and weekends, you could do whatever you want. So I kind of sandwich all of my phone time or all of my digital time kind of in one pocket or in one block.
Well, I commend you for that because, like I said, that's 2 hours a day on Instagram.
It was hard, yo. Like at first it was
Only
so
imagine.
hard because I'm so accustomed to being like in the app all the time.
And see, and so that's why I say it's harder for me. It's not just because of two fat guys. It's also what I'm doing with the label because we use Instagram for promotions, and attract people to the artist. So for me, I just can't not be on social media for now. I can take a Sabbath. I could probably definitely try to incorporate the Sabbath, a Sabbath day, which would probably be a Sunday because that's when I'm probably not on social media as much. But for some of us, that technology, unfortunately, is a two-headed beast.
Yeah.
Because
And you have to your point, learn how to use the technology to our advantage. You can
right,
schedule posts. Like you could create a week's worth of content on a Monday and schedule each post to come out and you never have to be online when it does.
oh yeah, I know. I've done that many a times with Facebook because since the Fat Guys page is classified as a business,
Yeah.
um, we have access to the media to the business suite, and I've done that plenty of times, promos and posts for
Mhm.
it's for our Instagrams, and yeah, I've done that a bunch.
Yeah.
And even then, sometimes it still gets a little tiresome because it's something that you consistently have to still do. It's something that you still depend on,
Yeah.
unfortunately, to get that done.
Yeah. So, so we talked about that. So we talked about app limits, screen time reminder tools, turn it off non-essential notifications. So, like for example, like my Facebook notifications are not on. So I don't know, like if I post something, I don't know that somebody's responded to it right away. And I know for everybody that's not like a thing. Because to your point, like y'all have content and stuff like that, and you want to interact with the people, and I do too. I just may not interact right away. And if I know it's something that's gonna cause a lot of conversation, then I have the app open because I know I'm getting ready to engage in the conversation. But I may only engage for 30 minutes or 45 minutes.
Right.
And then I'll come back to it later in the day. Um, when it comes to screen time reminders, a lot of our phones have um, apps that tell us, how much time we're spending on the phone. So they can tell you in a week, like you spent an average of 19 hours and 45 minutes on your phone daily. And then you can go back to that app and look at the actual tracking to see which days, you spent more time on your phone
So
and you can adjust, accordingly.
I have a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. and
Hmm.
it does have that built into it. It's called wellness something,
Yeah.
but it gives me it either sends me an email
Hmm.
or it gives me like the app on a notification on the phone. Uh, Once a week. Yeah, that was kind of cool. But then the first I was like, why are you monitoring me? But I get it, and surprisingly, even when I'm overusing it, I'm still below average.
Which is good.
Right, because it will say, hey, you increased 13% this week, but it will still give me like the average of what other, because it pulls statistics from, from
Yeah.
wherever.
But you gotta look at what's average for you.
Right,
Because statistics, of course, are only taking, a small sect of a group of people. It might be 100 people that they met on a Monday, you know,
right.
versus, a larger study that has a little bit more expanded data in it. But that's still good. And then replacing screen time with tactile, spiritual, or relationally enriching habits. So, reading a book that you have to turn pages for, prayer, nature walks, and conversation with others.
I don't mind the walk. I don't mind the nature walk. I definitely don't mind praying. Yeah, reading the book. Nah, I can't. I can't. I have a rule.
And it could be any book, it could
It
be an
don't
English
matter.
book, it
It
could be,
don't matter. Like I have a rule. I read out of necessity, not out of habit,
oh my
not out of
God,
hobby. I read. I
sir.
read because I have to, not because I want to. You understand what
Leaders are readers.
I'm saying? Okay. I
There's
read.
always a book to read, sir.
Excuse me.
There's always a book to read. There's always new information you could learn that makes you a better leader. There's
They got
information out
videos for
there
that.
that makes you a better content creator.
They have
Pick a
videos for
book,
that.
whatever. Um,
I
but
swear, I swear on everything. Anybody that that's ever known me knows that Kevin does not read. That drove my ex-wife crazy, and I love the fact that our son Damon, he loves to read, and I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful that he loves to read. But I do audiobooks, and because I'm not I'm this is weird because I'm visual. I'm a visual person, not a literal person. So I have to hear it and I have to see it, like in like that, like the image of it, because I can't just read a book. Now, granted, I have a great imagination, but I'll get bored reading a book very, very easy. And I tried when I was a child. I had all types of books. You remember the what was it? The book fair that they used to
the
have at the school.
Scholastic Book Fair,
Yeah, went every year. Bought books all the time. Even went to the library. Reading Rainbow ate me up. Lavarge Fort, granted, right? You know what I mean? Like my man had me want to go read a book.
I love books.
Can't do it. Can't do it. I don't
Absolutely
know
love it.
why. I'm just not built for it. Um,
Well, get out and do some other things. Spend some time with other people. And somebody already said spend some time with her. So I just thought I'd throw that out there for you. Um, but the whole point of the digital detox is to get back to actually living life. Like life is fleeting, life is short, and there are so many experiences and things that you could be doing without being connected to your phone. So get out, explore some new, places to eat. Look for some other activities, some things that you've never done before. And to all of my single folks out there, like you don't have to wait for somebody else to go with you. Like get out here and go and do it. You'd be surprised at how you connect with people when you actually go out. Like I am very much a table for one type of person. I have taken myself out to eat. I have taken myself to the movies. I have gone to comedy clubs by myself. I have gone on trips by myself, and I'm okay with that. And on those trips and spaces and things that I go and do, I will turn my phone off or I'll put it in my bag or put it in my pocket because I want to feel and experience all the things that are around me, all the smells, all the sounds. And you meet so many people when you choose to not be looking at your phone. So that's
I
just
agree.
a personal tidbit right there. So, find some ways to come away from the cell phone. And that goes for your children too. Um, Tony had a comment a few ways up where some schools are starting to say, "Hey, no cell phones in the classroom. You got to put the cell phone up. Can't have it in your hands. Can't have it at your desk. Got to go away." And I think that's good because our kids are spending a lot more time on these digital devices than we are, and it starts early. Like I know babies that's got tablets, and I don't know why. But
So, and here's the problem. I personally have a problem with that. And I won't say babies, but like, toddlers and just above,
yeah.
early school age kids. Stop putting that stuff in their face to keep them quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you're doing.
Keeping them
You're
entertained.
putting this right. You right. Now, if it's something educational that they're learning, I'm cool with that. But if you just got done watching some what like YouTube or SpongeBob or whatever, I'm sorry.
I said Coco Melon. I'm not a Coco Melon fan.
I don't even know what that is because my kids are too old for that. Um, so, but that's my pet peeve, and that's how those kids become teenagers that don't go outside. That they're just stuck to technology.
Yeah,
Like I've literally watched a young girl cross the street and almost get hit by a car
because she's too busy looking at the
on
phone.
the phone, right? And the thing is, I'm the car. I literally slowed up. I now granted I was wrong for this, but I did it to prove a point. I blew my horn at her.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, I did. I blew my horn at her and scared the whole hell out of her because she didn't even realize like you're crossing Gwen Falls Parkway, ma'am. Now I know you hard because you live in West Baltimore. You ain't scared of no car, but shorty, you weigh probably about a buck 10, buck 15.
I don't care if you're not scared of no car. This is a two-ton vehicle.
Right.
And two-ton vehicles, last time I checked, hurt.
So, but she was just and I almost hit her.
Nope.
Hit the horn. I watched her soul leave and come back.
Like, I'm all about, you know, getting outside with kids. Like, I can't wait till my nephews get old enough where I can like Nerf gun and pool noodle the heck out of them. Like,
Are you
I
sure
want to
your
be.
body gonna be able to hold up to that?
Yep, it sure will. That's why I'm trying to lose this weight. Because I want to be able to play with them like that. Like, I want my nephews to be outside kids. Like, I want my nephews to be in the grass, in the dirt, like on the monkey bars, playing on the games. But I also want my nephews to like be Nerf gun kids and, chasing you around with a pool noodle kind of individuals and not be so connected to the tablets and stuff. Cause like I'm a big kid. Um, so I mean, I do that with some adults. Let me go buy some pool noodles and the two fat guys group be at my house and we be on the grass out in front of my apartment hitting each other with pool noodles.
I will have a ball.
That would
Can,
be phenomenal.
can I comment on Tony's comment,
Which
please?
was
The one at the bottom, the very bottom. So, sir, I'm going to agree with you, but I'm going to play devil's advocate just a little bit here. So, yes, the TV, that's what TV did for us. It raised us and kept us busy. But at some point in time, our mamas, our daddies, our aunties, our grannies, or whoever was like, cut that ish off and get out my house. Okay, at some point in time, that TV went off when we got up when we went outside. And half the time, we didn't even touch the TV until we ran outside at the school, got all musty, and then we go take our baths, and then we got a chance to watch TV.
yeah, because you smell like outside.
Yeah, I never understood that until I became an adult, and then I had kids. I said, "What the hell you mean you smell like I smell like outside?"
Like outside.
My
Yep.
son came in the house one. I'm like, go shower. He's like, why? You smell like where you been at? Go.
Yeah, and ultimately that's the thing, and that's what digital detoxing really is. It's about setting limits and sticking to those limits and finding other things outside of the digital space, um, to occupy yourselves and to occupy your time. Like, we don't need to be so connected to our phones and our laptops and our smartwatches and all of those things. Like, yes, they have created this technology so great that it's so helpful to us in our everyday lives. However,
It's
there comes
also
a point.
crippling us in our everyday
Yes,
lives.
exactly. So we have to come away from it, just to be able to live fuller lives, I believe. So in these last few minutes, let's do some lightning round questions here. And you guys in the chat that are watching, you guys can answer these questions as well. So if you were doing the digital detox, Kevin, what would be one app that what would be the one app you would delete first?
Damn.
So
Delete or just not use?
I'll say delete or not use, like
Facebook.
to make it dormant so that you don't get the notifications and all that kind of stuff.
Facebook.
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 I'm trying to think. Would Facebook be the one for me? It probably would. I think Facebook would be the one for me too. Because I think that's like the most crippling one.
Yeah, that's the one. That's out of all my social media apps. That's the one I use the most.
Yeah.
So it would be Facebook.
All right. If your phone could talk right now, if your phone was a guest on my show, what would your phone say about you?
I watch Pornhub. No, I'm joking. Uh, I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Um. Oh man, I play too much music.
Okay. I
uh,
can, I can see that.
but no, I think social media, like technology wise, it would probably say that I'm on Facebook too much. I'm on the messaging system too much.
My phone would probably tell you who I talk to the most in my social media, like who I send memes and who sends me memes the most.
Yeah,
Like
mine's would probably do that too, and
my
that's
phone be like,
and that's a
y'all got
mutual friend from us from school.
yeah.
So
My phone, mine would be the same, and my phone would be like, "Look, Kevin, I'm so sick of a conversation. It's just meme after meme after meme after meme." Especially
sometimes
now, them hood rat transformer me like
I love those
yo,
though. I
I
love
can't,
them.
I cannot right now. Like, stop.
The last one you sent me when dude was like, "Where's my cigarette?" Like I had my
Yeah,
cigarettes with me.
can I tell you? I was laughing for 5 whole minutes. Like,
You got
bruh,
the
and I just kept
Decepticons.
playing it because it got funnier the more I played it.
Got the Decepticons out here smoking Newport. Stop it.
Somebody showed me. I think it's their YouTubes, and it's like refrigerator rap battles.
Oh yeah, those are from a couple years
Yeah.
ago. But what happened, like the condiments and stuff.
Yes.
Yes,
So like they showed me one, and it's the individually wrapped American uh
cheese.
cheese versus like Gouda, cheddar, and
Yeah,
brie. Yo. And then
nah,
it
but
was ketchup and mustard.
oh, that was the best one.
That was a good one.
That was the best one.
But
But
yeah,
but the American cheese dropped the line on good on Gouda. He was like, "Yeah, Gouda thinks he was gooder, but you were trash." I was like, "What? Who wrote
yeah.
these bars, yo?"
Yeah, like seriously. Like it's just so good. And that's the thing, like, and then the rabbit hole happened. So like I was watching them for like 30 minutes straight. Like every time one of them came up, I was just watching them. It's crazy. Um, would you rather, so this is a forced choice, so you have to pick one or the other.
Oh, that's garbage.
Sorry. And you had at least a day to look at these because I sent you these.
You did,
Um,
and
would
as
you
usual, I
rather
didn't really look at them. But go ahead.
Shame.
I
Would
own
you
it.
rather no phone for a week or no coffee or tea for a week?
Coffee or tea?
That was easy.
Coffee or tea?
So you literally could not do without your phone for a week.
I can't afford to be out my phone for a week.
If it so, let's take the parameters off. If it wasn't work related, like if you didn't have to have your phone for work or for the two fat guys thing, could you survive without your phone for a week?
Am I still a parent in this scenario?
I mean, yeah.
Then no.
All right.
No, and that's just and unfortunately, because I don't have a landline and there's like no other way people to get in contact with me in reference to like if I ain't gotta talk to nobody else. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gotta talk to nobody else. But I need to be able to get in contact with my kids. It's just that simple. So the coffee or the tea I can deal without. Will I go through caffeine withdrawal in the morning? Probably so.
Yeah. See, these two, I knew what they was gonna say. They gotta have coffee. These folks,
Let's see, but see, Daryl
they got to have
with
the
me.
coffee and the tea.
Daryl with me, and I hope I'm saying that correct, Mr. Plies. But
It's piles.
Piles, okay, I don't know why I
Yeah.
said Piles. You know why? Because the rapper had it spelled like that.
Yeah.
No, I want that coffee. I can do without coffee for a week. I'm gonna go do caffeine withdrawal, so I'm gonna have to ease myself back into it because I every day I got coffee. It's either iced coffee during the summer or hot coffee during the winter.
I
But
can't
I got coffee.
coffee too much. All right.
Might be getting from Wawa's.
What's the weirdest thing you've done while scrolling?
Oh, I can't say that. No, I'm joking. Um, the weirdest thing I've done while scrolling.
Uh huh.
I don't know.
No,
I,
no weird things.
I don't know what you mean by weird because I'm weird in general.
So
So
it could be anything. Like it don't just because it's not weird to you, don't mean it ain't weird to other people.
but I don't know if I ever done anything weird while scrolling.
Okay.
I feel like I've looked at weird stuff while scrolling.
I don't want to know what you're weirdly looking at. Um.
No, it's not that kind of weird. No, it's just like those videos is when people kind of like splicing together.
Yeah.
It'd be the guy in the car looking, and there's like it's different actual videos that he attached to him. Um, so I think the weirdest thing I ever done is not even weird. It was just dumb. This is why I don't take my phone in the bathroom because I'll be sitting there and my feet will fall asleep. So I'll just be sitting there forever scrolling or playing a game or doing something in the bathroom, and I'm long finished, and I'm just still sitting there.
Really, Courtney?
So I think
That's not weird, but that might be TMI.
so
Um,
I think that's probably the weirdest thing. Just like the fact I sat in the bathroom after I finished my business, and I was just still on my phone, just
I scroll
scrolling
I scroll while I was in the shower.
to the point that my feet went to sleep. That is crazy. And you
Yeah,
have an iPhone because your phone get looked at the wrong way, it's gonna damn it. So you talking about?
I forget you. I have a really good case on my phone too. But yeah, I used to when I lived in Atlanta. I
Why?
had
I gotta ask. Why are you scrolling in the shower?
yeah, it was one of them moments where like I was just super attached to the phone and I literally bought a thing that you can put
Right. See, Tony, that's right. Me and Tony on the same page. How did you?
I'm about to tell you. So they have these things that they're like suction cup thingies and they got cases that you can put your phone in
I,
while
I,
you're in the shower.
and I seen them, and I don't know. So here's the thing. So once again, I see stuff like that, and I go, "Oh my god, that is the dumbest thing in the world." But because there's a market for it, they're going to sell because they know there are people
Like
who
me.
want to be in the shower
Yep.
with their phone.
Yep.
And then they'll never say for like you scrolling or no, they'll say this is a way how you can continuously play music while you're bathing. So if you
Hmm.
want to listen to your music while you're in the shower,
Or
hell, forget a speaker.
you could watch your movie or
Why
all
are you watching a movie in the shower, yo?
I know lots of people. I know quite a few people that do that.
In the shower or in the bath?
In the shower.
Why are you watching a movie in the shower? A movie is like 2.5 hours, 90 minutes or 2 hours long.
So maybe they like started watching the movie and they was like, "Oh, I need to take a shower," and they didn't want to stop.
That's
Like,
what pause is for.
well, guess what? Some people don't pause. Jesus.
The book
Oh,
holder's tub makes sense until the book falls in the tub. But I get that. I get that,
it's the same thing.
Tony.
It's the
It's
same
not
thing.
the same thing. It is
All right.
not.
If social media had a bedtime,
Oh
what
my God.
time should it be?
12:30.
I would agree with that. At least
Nope, nope.
1 a.m. would be the longest.
I will go 1 a.m. because that's when TV used to turn off.
Yeah.
It was 1 a.m. and you would get that you have reached the end of your broadcasting day.
Dude, they would play the national anthem or America the Beautiful.
Right, and it'd be like a
Be
plane.
that waving flag at the
It'd be
end.
it'd be a fighter jet flying over
Yep.
Mount. What is it? What's that stupid monument called? Mount Rushmore.
Yep. And it had the eagle sitting there all proud.
Yeah, we are that old people.
And then you would get the color bars, and then there would be static.
Yes, yes, and then
So yes,
like at 7 o'clock in the morning, your TV magically came back on.
yes. And they would again play the national anthem or whatever it
And
was.
it always like, you have reached a new broadcasting day on WBAL
Yeah.
Channel 11 Baltimore.
Yes.
Broadcasting on frequency. Why they give out the frequency number that it was broadcast? I never understood that.
Maybe for some people, like they was I don't know. I don't know.
Because the TV was definitely analog back then.
Yeah, it just was. TV was weird back then. I mean, it was
Well,
weird, but like weird, right?
right.
All right. So, which would be harder? No Wi-Fi or no streaming shows?
No Wi-Fi.
Why?
Because I can deal without streaming shows.
Mm,
I'm always gonna have over the air TV. I could go old school antenna in a heartbeat. Just give me my local channels, and I'm good to
and
go.
you
See,
good?
oh, there you go. Only 4 channels. That's all I need. Give me my WBAL, my WJZ, my NBC. No, was it ABC? A WMAR, WBAF. Even though I only watch them because they're full blown Trump supporters now, and
Hilarious.
CW.
I think for me it'd be streaming shows because I don't watch regular and I don't watch the regular analog TVs.
Right.
So like for me, like I'll binge watch a show in a minute.
It's
Like
right.
so, and then I watch a lot of anime and a lot of cooking shows. So I can do without the Wi-Fi. I need to be able to watch stuff that I want to watch.
Let's see how you gonna watch the streaming shows with no Wi-Fi.
Sir, it's a forced choice.
I'm just saying though, because you can't have one without the
No,
other.
all they said was that you had no Wi-Fi. It didn't say that there was no Ethernet. Didn't say that there was no internet.
Okay, but how many TVs you can actually plug an Ethernet up into this time of day?
I have a TV
That you
that
can
I
plug an
could
Ethernet into.
still plug an actual Ethernet
Oh, God
cable.
bless you. That's crazy. That is crazy.
And they also have those Ethernet box to USB
Yeah,
ports too.
yeah.
So even if I didn't, I could still plug
You're
in
gonna
an
find a way.
yeah. So
No, but I can deal without the streaming shows.
okay. If you had to send one last text,
Oh, and this hold on, I'm sorry, and this let me explain why. Even though I could hard connect my games, I play over Wi-Fi.
yeah, I get that.
So
I get that. Uh, if you had to send one last text before a detox, what would it be?
no, I can't say that.
Yeah, I need a PG text or
Okay, because
at least PG the text that you would send.
it wasn't X. It was definitely R. It was an Eminem line. It was an Eminem line.
Hilarious.
I'm sorry, people. I'm laughing at myself right now. I apologize. Um, my man said Big Back TV. Um, my final text before my detox.
Yeah.
See y'all when I'm sober. I don't know, like yeah,
Oh,
no.
you wouldn't talk to your mother outside of being online?
Wow, that's crazy. He's like, I love you, mommy.
All right.
Um, like,
Like you going to Attica or something.
you
Like
know
you going
what?
to jail.
You know what? You know what? You know what? I gotta do it. Yep, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Deuces, ooses.
Hilarious. Like mine would also be a wrestling line.
Yeah,
My last one would be I'll always believe in Joe Hendry.
there you go.
That would be mine. Only
Yeah,
certain people would get that, but that
yeah.
that would probably
I,
be my
I,
last one.
and I feel like only reason why people would get the first part because I said deuces. So
Yeah.
deuces just means I'm out, but they
But
probably
Usyk
won't get the
is only
ooses
the
part.
wrestling folk. Yeah.
Right. Unless you're a wrestling fan, you're not gonna get that the ooses, deuces, ooses part.
Hilarious. All right. What is your favorite offline activity?
I can't say that. Uh,
You're married. You can say it. I can't say it.
but still though, I don't want to offend nobody. Um, no, believe it or not, my favorite offline activity is to like literally talk to people, to have good conversation with people. Um, I typically don't have like political or religious conversations with people, um, unless they're going to be 100% open minded.
Hmm.
Because I've learned in life that people hold religion and politics in the same caveat in their lives. Like they're both equal to one another. Like it defines who they are as a person.
Hmm.
So, but now I love to talk. And you know me, I've always been a chatter.
Yeah.
So I've love to talk to people. So that's like definitely one of my favorite offline things. And my music. Listen to my music, or listen to music in general.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a twofer.
So I have two. My first one would be painting. Well, actually, I could say three. Painting, um, like some type of social activity. So like something social with food. So like a game night or the upcoming wings giving situation that we're gonna do. Um, something along those lines where I'm interacting with other people, even
Yeah,
like going out and like going axe throwing or going bowling or something like that. Some type of fun, like connection type of activity would be good. And then
can
baking.
she stop slamming me, please? Like, never mind. Go with.
Oh.
Jeez,
um, like baking or cooking. Those would be like my favorite offline activities.
I was
Um,
going to say because you cannot leave out the culinary stuff.
yeah, I can't. It's in my skin. Like it just is. Um, what emoji best describe you during a digital detox? And
Sleep,
and those of y'all in the chat, y'all can put the emoji in the chat.
sleep,
He said sleep.
sleep.
Let's see what emoji would best describe me. The emoji that's got his head, the top of his head blown off.
Yeah, mind blown.
That would be mine. Because I probably would get to do so many other things.
You know what? That's at yeah. Mine would probably be wow. Now that I think about it, it would probably be wow because I'll be out there like, oh my god, wow, this is so awesome.
I know.
So yeah,
Like, geez, let me get out the house for real. Like, for real. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, nature shows and hanging with his wife. Yes, yes, yes. Tony got the thinking emoji. That's a good one.
see, I can't be out here thinking because I start pontificating on
Look
stuff.
at these two. Married people make you sick. Look at this. Same
See,
gosh there emoji.
see, my problem is I just can't be having random thoughts because I start pontificating on stuff
Look at this.
like just. Like I can't be left in my own thoughts because it'd be stupid. Like why is pigeons the most disrespectful bird in the world? Like you sit here watch me wash my car, then you gonna poop right on it just to spite me. So that's the kind of thoughts I would be having if
You can
I
you can have a conversation. Is the sea a soup?
is the sea a soup.
Mm-hmm.
So nah, his so my newest agitation to people is water's not wet.
Hilarious.
And they be like, what?
Uh-huh.
Water's not wet. They was like, how do you figure water's not wet? Because it's self-contained, so it can't be wet on itself. When it comes in contact with something that I came in contact with is wet. So yeah, I just started agitating a whole bunch of people with that one. So
Hilarious.
that's my new thing. But is
I'm
water soup? I
Yeah.
guess the question is soup water?
Or let me do another one. Is the ocean a soup?
I mean, what classifies as a soup?
What do you need for a soup?
I mean, fluid, liquid.
Mm-hmm.
But some soup you can't consume. So I wouldn't eat that soup because it's not good for you. That salt water kill you.
But salt is seasoning.
It's not healthy seasoning.
Hey, I'm just saying. Um,
I don't know why I said that. Put salt on every damn thing.
all right, here's the last question as we wrap up our show. If phones had a Sabbath mode, what feature would you want it to have?
I'm sorry. What
So if the phones had a Sabbath mode,
mold? Okay,
like
I thought you said mold, but
a
go ahead. That's why I was thrown.
yeah, if phones had a Sabbath mode, what feature would you want it to have? I would like for it to have, the Kevin Hart joke where he'd be like, no, 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 no. That in Sabbath mode, if you go to open an app or something like that, that
Right.
it would tell you, it would say no to you that many times.
Um, I think mine will probably be like, stop it,
Okay.
stop, stop, but in my mother's voice.
So like a recording mode that you can have
Right.
for it to say no.
Right. It'll be in my mother's voice. We're like, no, no, put it down. Put it, Kevin, put it like just her fussing at me.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
That would be a good one, Brother Tony, a football referee with the timeout signal.
I don't like NFL referees.
You know
Uh,
what? Stop it. Stop it. They're
I wear
playing. They're playing horrible. They can't.
I
Can't blame.
I'm not even talking about the Ravens. I'm talking about in general. NFL refs are the worst.
Hilarious. Just hilarious.
That man literally crossed that first down marker. You like, nope. What?
Well, what can you do?
Um, no, that's a good one though. No, it would definitely be my mother's voice because my mother was a fusser, but she fussed out of love though. That's the whole
Yeah,
thing.
and that's the thing. You knew she loved you at least.
Oh no! First, anybody, Sugar Cookie would tell you, Viva moderator would tell you, you didn't get a chance to meet my mother when we did the prom
Mm-mm.
night. No, my mother, if she didn't fuss at you, she ain't love you. Like no, dead A, because that's how she was. And the only time I ever been like truly, don't get me wrong, I feared my mother, but the only time I ever been like truly scared of her was I made her so mad one time. She didn't fuss, she didn't yell, she didn't do nothing, and I was like, "This is the day she takes my life.
Hilarious.
This is the day she takes my life," because she it was just too. Not into the calm before the storm, like
Yeah.
that. Uh,
Yeah.
what did you just do?
The clock fell off the wall, so I don't know what that's about. But like I saw it happening in slow motion, and
That's what I
like
was going to say. You looked at it happen.
because I'm saying to myself like, can I is my arm long enough to catch it?
Probably
Is
not.
can I get up? No, it just fell. Like there you go. I'm sorry.
Now, see, here's the thing. My mother never called me by my full government name. She wasn't a full government name, but she was. Mary was different.
my
Mary
mama
was
was.
different.
My mama was a call you by. I always knew I was in trouble because my mother called me by my first name.
Yeah, my oldest son KJ always knew if I said his whole name, he was in trouble. Damon was in trouble if I called him by his middle name.
Mm.
If I called him by his middle name, he was like, "What did I do?" I got a phone call from the school. See, now they're not telling you the truth, Daddy. You only know what they told me.
Yep, you don't even know. So, well, this was a really fun conversation, Kevin. Thank you so much for
Always.
joining me here tonight for this digital detox episode.
Thank you for having me.
You are always welcome. Why don't you let the people know what's coming up for Two Fat Guys podcast and what's been happening with One Mind Entertainment?
Okay, so I want to keep this short than what I did last time when I was here with Professor Charles. So tomorrow night, Two Fat Guys podcast, 8 o'clock on Facebook and YouTube. We are doing over and underrated Disney Plus shows. We're going to be talking about Low Key season 2, Agatha, all along, and a couple of other Disney Plus shows that took people by storm this past seasons, earlier this year. Miss Chris will be joining us also as a special guest host with us. So Danny and I, if you ever watch the podcast, y'all already know what it is. It is going to be shenanigans, beyond reprieve, and it's always fun when all three of us gets together on the show. As far as, and like I said, Facebook, YouTube, um, at 8 o'clock. Just look up Two Fat Guys podcast. You will see an animated look of me and Danny, or the initials TF. Two Fat Guys podcast, yeah. TFPG. So you will see that on the page. You can't miss this. Like I said, YouTube, Two Fat Guys, Facebook, Two Fat Guys podcast. One My Entertainment. We are dropping 2 albums next month. Disengaging, which will be a rock album. Um, it is PG. Our shows is PG. It never goes full blown rated R. I try to reel it in if it goes that far, Tony. Uh, and the moderator is always putting people in timeout. So we've never gone beyond PG-13. Uh, so
That's
definitely
very
come
true.
check us out. Um, One My Entertainment. We are dropping 2 albums next month. uh, the 6th of October and then the 10th of October. The 6th of October is a group called Renaissance. It is a classic, old school, nuance R&B group album. These 5 gentlemen are vicious when it comes to the vocals. It was a pleasure working with them, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. We are also releasing our first rock album under the group name Disengaging. And both of these artists do have singles out right now. Renaissance is called Let's Dance on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, and everywhere else you can stream. And Disengaging has a song called Screaming Out Your Name on all those same platforms. So definitely go and support. Let me know what you think. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. These artists are independent. They don't make a lot of money doing what they're doing. They just want to entertain. So I will hope they will be able to entertain you. Also, Raheem Anderson album Endlessly Yours is out.
Woo!
Go check out that album. It is doing phenomenal numbers. Collabs Volume 2 is out all on streaming platforms. If you got questions or you can't find the albums, inbox me directly on Facebook under the name Kevin Crazy Gross, Krayze. Is how you spell it. If you can't find me, but you are a friend of Chris, like Chris, I'm trying to find his music, hit Chris up and Chris will get me in contact with you. Thank you. Love y'all. Can't wait.
And I have to say,
You got to bring yourself back up, baby.
I am, huh? Oh,
You're
I am
not on
here.
screen.
Sorry. I'm gonna get there. There we
There you
go.
go.
I just didn't hit, I didn't hit the transition button. Like I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, I know.
Um, I'm a big fan of Raheem Anderson's album. Like it is so good. It is very like give you the 90s kind of R&B feel. So if you like dancing in the kitchen with your spouse or any of those types of vibes or even like the old school cookout vibes, like it gives you all of that in the album. And
Somebody said that his album was dark liquor music, which
yeah,
means this is for grown folk.
grown
You
folk.
get your little cognac and you sit back and relax. And I'm gonna tell you, for those who like Raheem's album, you're going to love Renaissance because they giving you that same feel, like that Drew Hill, that Jodeci. These young guys are really about old school music.
Hey, Diva, mind your business.
Nah, but Renaissance is definitely
Yeah,
about that old school.
yes, they are.
And these kids, I don't want to call them kids because they're grown men, but they like mid 20s, early 30s, and they pay homage respectfully to like Drew Hill, Jodeci, uh, H Town, and what's that group? Be Getting Married, Jagged Edge.
Jagged Edge, yeah.
They do a lot of respect. Like, yeah, yes, dancing in the shower while scrolling, that's crazy and dangerous, sir. Uh,
Nobody who said we was dancing in the shower, Daryl. It's time to get off because now people making stuff up. Um,
I used to do that when I was younger. Hey, you go in the bathroom with your radio, plug it up, get your shower going.
yeah, now dancing in the shower is one thing, but dancing in the shower while scrolling, like
Yeah, no, yeah, no.
he's making stuff up now.
You don't know
So
that. Maybe that man do that. I mean,
it's
you
time.
were the one
It's
that
time
said
for
that
us to. It's
you
time for us
were
to
the
go.
one that said you got a whole case with the suction cup,
I used to. I don't have it anymore. All right,
but
y'all.
you had it.
Okay, time out. It's time for us to get off. It's almost 2 hours, and it's time for us to get off. So, those of you that are my
I done missed
faithful,
all the wrestling.
my fa- you can always go back and watch it.
Not SmackDown. Unless I can find it on the US on the Peacock app like in 3 days.
Is it 3 days?
It's something like that. Yeah, they don't always post them on Peacock right away.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Um, I asked the chat people what happened. Um,
I think I'm the only one in the chat that can watch it.
no, Brian can watch it.
That's if Brian's watching it.
Oh yeah, we don't know about him. Um,
Pass the mic.
Pass the mic. World tour. Those of you, mark your calendars for our After Dark show, November the 14th at 9 p.m. My ladies, my good ladies, Sugar Cookie, aka Courtney, and Miss Voorhees will be my guests. So it's going to be an all girl show. So we are going to be
Oh,
talking
I can't be
about
a guest. Oh wow, that's sad.
you have to ask the ladies. And if I have you, I need one more guy. Like I needed to be back.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a problem. No other guy's gonna touch this subject.
You might find somebody.
Mm.
But we're going to be talking about fetishes and the area of erotica. So they're going to be my guests for the After Dark show. That show starts at 9 o'clock. So understand it is an After Dark show. So this is more in the rated R area. So if you are not prepared for rated R content, this might not be the show for you. Um, so that is November the 14th at 9 p.m. So we'll be doing a couple other shows. My invitation to be a guest on the show is open to anyone. So if you see a topic that you would like to be a guest on the show for, you don't have to be an expert. As you see, it is just an organic conversation that we have here. Drop a mic when you see the posting for the new show, and we'll get you connected with all of the questions and the link to get in to the room. So again, guys, thank you so much for spending the last 2 hours with us here on Facebook. Make sure you tell a friend about the show, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Get off.